I make money, so why am I broke? If you've ever stared at your empty wallet 3 days after payday and asked yourself that exact question, this video is your answer. And I'll tell you right now, it's not the answer you've been given before. It's not you spend too much on little treats. It's something quieter and honestly, a little sneakier. Here's what's coming. 1. Where your paycheck actually goes, hour by hour, from the moment it lands. 2. The 3 leaks that drain it, in order of how much they take. 3. The payday trap your brain falls into every single month, and why it's not your fault. And 4. The one shift that makes your salary finally feel like yours again. And before anything else, hear this. You're not careless, and you're not bad with money. Working hard all month and still feeling broke doesn't mean you failed. It means something in the system is working against you. And today, you finally get to see it. So let's follow your paycheck. Starting the second it lands, you know that feeling. The notification hits, the balance updates, and for one beautiful moment, you can breathe. Payday. Relief. Maybe you even feel a little rich for an afternoon. But here's what you can't see in that moment. The money that just arrived is already spoken for. Picture it like this. The second your salary lands, there's already a line of hands waiting at the door. The rent, the electric bill, the phone plan, the loan payment, the subscriptions. They were in line before you were. And here's the part that stings a little. You're standing at the back of the line for your own money. That's the first leak, and it's the biggest one. Pre-spent money. For most people, 60, 70, sometimes 80% of a paycheck is already claimed before it ever arrives. You never really received that money. You just briefly held it for other people. So when you feel like your salary disappears, you're not imagining it. Most of it was never truly yours to begin with. And this is where I want to hand you the line that changes how you see everything. Your paycheck isn't disappearing. It's following a plan. Just a plan you never created. The bank has a plan for it. The billing departments have a plan for it. The apps on your phone have a plan for it. Everyone has a plan for your money, except maybe you. And money always follows whoever planned for it first. Sit with that for a second, because it flips the whole question. Why am I broke? Stops being about your discipline and starts being about whose plan your money is following. Now, leak number 2, the invisible drip. Maybe you've done this too. It's been a long day. You're tired, and the food delivery app is right there. Or the little subscription you forgot about quietly charges again. Or the it's only a few dollars purchase that happens 4 times a week without ever feeling like a decision. None of these are big. That's exactly why they're dangerous. They're frictionless. No cash leaves your hand. No alarm goes off. Your salary doesn't leave in one dramatic exit. It leaves like water on dry pavement, soaked up in 100 tiny spots, gone before you ever see a puddle. And leak number 3, the one almost nobody talks about. Money with no job. Here's the strange rule of money that nobody teaches us. Any money sitting in your account without a purpose gets spent, always. Not on anything memorable, it just goes. Spending quietly expands to swallow whatever's available. Give money no job, and it always finds a way to quit on you. Quick pause, if this is starting to explain years of where did it all go. Tap like and subscribe. This channel makes money simple, and there's a lot more of this coming. Now, the payday trap. Because your brain is part of this story too. Sound familiar? The first weekend after payday, you spend more freely? A nicer dinner? The thing you'd been putting off, a little celebration. Of course you do. You worked a whole month for that money. Your brain wants the reward now, while the balance feels big. Psychologists see this pattern everywhere. Spending spikes right after payday. Then the belt tightens into a stressful crawl toward the next one. Feast, then famine, every single month. And here's the trap inside the trap. The famine days feel like proof that you're bad with money. So you feel guilty. And what does guilt want? Comfort. And what's comforting? A little treat. The cycle feeds itself. And it was never really about the treats. So let's fix it. With one shift, not 20 rules. Ready? Payday is an income day. It's distribution day. The moment your salary lands, it gets distributed. By your plan, before anyone else's plan can touch it. Here's what that looks like. And it's simpler than you think. First, pay your future self before anyone else in that line. Even 5% moved automatically into savings the day your salary lands. You jump to the front of your own line. For the first time, maybe ever. Second, give every remaining amount a job, on paper, in 5 minutes. This much for bills, this much for food and daily life, this much for fun. Yes, fun gets a job too, because joy you've planned for is joy without guilt. When every peso has a name on it, The money with no job leak seals itself shut. Third, automate the whole thing so it happens without you. The transfers move on their own the day after payday. You decide once. The system repeats it forever. Because the version of this that depends on your willpower every month, we both know how that ends. The tools that help automate your financial journey are linked in the description, free tools included. And here's what actually changes. Beyond the math, a few months into this, something quiet happens. The 20th of the month stops being scary. You check your balance and you're not bracing. Because being broke by the 20th was never a math problem. It was a design problem, and you just became the designer. So here's the whole video in one line. Your salary was never disappearing. It was following plans other people made for it, leaking through drips you couldn't feel, and evaporating wherever it had no job. Flip payday into distribution day. Put your name at the front of the line, and the same salary starts building a completely different life. And honestly, the fact that you clicked a video asking, "Why am I broke?" instead of just accepting it, that's the exact move that separates the people who stay stuck from the people who get free. You've already started. So tell me in the comments, how many days does your salary usually last? Just the number. No shame, no judgment. I read every single one. And you'll see very quickly that you are far from alone. And if you want to see exactly where each part of your paycheck should live, the accounts, the setup, step by step, I've got a full video on that system. I'll link it next. Subscribe, tap the bell, and let's grow together.